I'm going to give you some pictures. And you're going to look at them and you're going to try to identify whether they are a fruit or a vegetable. Who wants to go first? What do you have? Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Fruit. Okay, and the answer why is it a fruit and a fruit? Yes, anyone else? Yes. Cucumber. You think it's a fruit? Okay. It's a vegetable. It's a fruit. Okay. So we have the cucumber and we say that this is a fruit. We have a mango. This is a fruit. The pumpkin and the tomato. Something vegetable, something a fruit. However, at the end of this class, we'll be able to say if these are fruits or vegetables. Keep in mind, the only one that persons will react to. Tomato and pumpkin, some persons say it's a fruit, it's a vegetable. And then for the mango and cucumber, persons said it's a fruit. Now we're going to start off with how fruits are formed. Anybody can tell me how fruits are formed? From seeds, flowers. Any other person? No other person? Water, sunlight. Alright. So we're going to look at this video. Afterwards, we're going to discuss what we noticed in this video. So after the video, we would have noticed that the bee, which is the bee is what? Transporter. What do we call the transporter? The agent. Good. Lands on the stigma. The pollen grain is released there. When this is there, something forms within the style. What forms within the style? Pollen tube. The pollen tube, and it makes its way into the ovary to the ovule. Now, because pollination would occur, fertilization occurs, this ovary now will swell. And as it swells, these ovules will form something, and we mentioned this in our last lesson. What do ovules form? The seeds. And this part of it now, after this ovary swells, and the seeds are formed, we know that it forms the fruits. Good. So that's how fruits are formed. The ovary, it expands as well, the wall thickens, and the seeds are the ovules. Yes, but you must make sure that pollination occurs. And we can control pollination. You'll see our insects up and around, and then sometimes you'll notice the flowers just fall off. Pollination did not occur, so no fruit. Good. So the next thing, we have types of fruits. Do you know the types of fruits? Anyone? No one knows the types of fruits? So there are basically 3 types of fruits. But before I give you the 3 types of fruit, discuss with your partner. Whoever you want to discuss with, that's what next to you. List some fruits that you consume, not on a daily basis, but you consume in general.
Is it lemon potato? Is it lemon potato? Okay.
Well, remember, tomato is one of my examples here, and we're still trying to decide if tomatoes are fruits or not. But are you finished discussing with your peer? What kinds of fruits that you consume? Citrus fruits, and some examples of citrus fruits are orange, tangerine, grapefruit. Okay. Any other fruits? Pine, watermelon, grape. Any other person? Mango, avocado. one called the tangerine. Good. So these fruits, they are placed under three groups. We have simple. Think about it. What fruit can fall under simple? And you will tell me why you think it falls under simple. Aggregate, and then we have multiple. Yeah. Alright, so what I do, instead of telling you exactly what these types are, I'm going to read some definitions and you're going to try to figure out if it's a simple, aggregate, or multiple fruit. So, the first one. This fruit is formed from the ripened ovaries in a flower, one flower, with numerous simple carpels. What are carpels? Anyone? Anyone knows what are carpels? You know what are pistils? Thing inside of the seed. You know when we look at the flower, we say that the flower has both male and female parts. What do we call the male part? The anther is a part of it. The filament is a part of it. What do we call it something? The stigma? No. Stamen. Good. So the male part of the flower is called the stamen and the female part will be called the pistil or the carpel. Can you tell me the parts that make up the pistil and the carpel? The style, the ovary, and the stigma. Good. So this fruit is formed from ripened ovaries in one flower with numerous simple carpels. The ripened ovaries from that one flower will form one large unit, and then you will see evidence of individual carpels. So all these flowers, they come together and form one carpel. What do you think is going to be? Is it simple, aggregate, or multiple? Simple? You think it's aggregate? Alright. Any other persons want to try? No? Let me give another definition and then I guess you'll understand. This fruit is formed from a flower with one carpel or multiple carpels fused together so it just looks like one carpel. Do you think that's simple, aggregate, or multiple? Multiple. You think that's multiple? Alright. I'm going to give you the last definition and then you think about it. A fruit that's formed from the ripened ovaries in one flower with numerous simple carpels. They're going to be joined together and they will form a large unit, but you will still see the individual carpels. So you think that's multiple. So I'm going to read that again. This fruit is formed from the ripened ovaries present in one flower with numerous simple carpels. Yes. With numerous simple carpels, the ripened ovaries from that one flower will form into one large unit, but you will still see that they are individual carpels. Some of you said multiple, and that's correct. So, can you think of a fruit that you will notice multiple flowers? Somebody name one of them just now. Pineapple. So, pineapple, yes, look. Good. So, pineapple, we know it has these spikes. And as it, you ever notice how pineapple grows? And then the fruit actually grows in the middle. Yeah, it grows from the middle, and then the top that we break off actually is at the top. So that part that you see, those are the leaves. Within that pineapple, the fruit there. At the bottom, you're going to see the single purple flowers. Those are the individual carpels. No, it grows like
Mexico planted
this.
back.
Mrs. grow upwards.
Persons, the top that you break up, they try to use that to plant the back, yes. But pineapple has seeds, right? Tiny seeds. Planted. Good. So, in multiple fruits, they will have various or simple carpels. Yes, they're going to fruits. Tiny seeds.
And we'll do after this inside.
You have noticed the seeds?
With the eye? This is what it's called the eye?
And the seeds right here. Seeds are right there. Next time I'm eating the pineapple, pay attention. Good. So our multiple fruits. One example would be the pineapple. For the aggregate, for this one, this is the simple carpels that are fused together to make one simple carpel. That's aggregate. For the simple, one carpel, one flower. Simple as that. So we have our simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple fruit. Again, simple fruit they develop from one ovary of a single flower. For the aggregate, it will develop from multiple ovaries of one flower. And for the multiple, it will develop from a cluster of flowers. For simple, you have mangoes and tomatoes. You haven't noticed how the tomato flowers will look? You haven't noticed the blossoms on tomato? The yellow flowers?
This one, mango.
Is that a lot of that? Mangoes. The clusters on the mangoes. The blossom, you never noticed the blossom?
Mrs.
Forward bear?
The forward bear?
Yes. The tiny mangoes. You ever noticed the blossom? Very small, those are simple flowers. And then for our aggregate, we're going to see things like salsa. You ever noticed how salsa grows? Salsa kind of have like a weird looking flower. You ever noticed it? Maya, I need to go around a farm and look at these things. Take us, okay. Soon. Soon enough. So, yes, everything has parts, even our fruits. Do we know the parts of a fruit? We eat them fruit all the time. Do we know the parts of the fruit? The seed,
The skin,
the
flesh.
But these parts have very specific names, not the name that we call it. So here I have a coconut because the coconut is a fruit. And I have avocado. So I'm going to pass it around. You're going to see the parts of the fruit. We have the exocarp. What's the exocarp for those of you with it? That's the outer skin. And we have the mesocarp, the fleshy part. So most of the times, we're eating the mesocarp. Sometimes, some of us eat the outer skin, right? Yes.
This one banana.
And yes, we consume those parts. And then we have the endocarp. That's the seed. So now when a person asks you're trying with the seed, it's like you have to use the big word on them. What do we call the seed?
Endocarp.
And what do we call the outer skin?
The exocarp.
And the inner part?
Mesocarp.
Good. And those are the three simple parts of the fruit. Now, why do you think fruits are important? Because
They don't eat the endocarp.
yes. Why are fruits important? Why do we consume fruits? Okay. Vitamins. Also, besides it being helpful to us, it does something for a part of the fruit as well. Well, yes. What else? Think about what's inside of this fruit. Remember, the endocarp is found in the middle of the fruit. The outer part, we have the mesocarp and we have the exocarp. Yes. Why do you think those parts are there? They're found around the endocarp. What do they do? Good. So, not exactly protects the fruit, but the fruit actually protects the seed. After we eat the fruit, we dispose of the seed so that we can get new plants. Also, it helps with seed dispersal by animals, wind, and water. Yeah, I heard that before. That doesn't help you. Now, so now we're going to talk about how fruits are formed. And we know that fruits are formed after pollination and then fertilization takes place. And then the ovary swells and it forms the fruit. These, the pumpkin, is it a fruit or a vegetable? Is the pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? Why is it a fruit?
Malanchi karato.
Y'all get it? You notice that the flowers on the pumpkin, after they're pollinated, we see this, right? So pumpkin is it's a fruit. Tomato, fruit, it's a fruit. The mango for sure, we know it's a fruit. And the cucumber, we know is a fruit.
So all the time we
A
say,
vegetable, cassava.
I think if it's all the time when I think
Carrot.
a salad, actually salad.
Yes. Vegetables are any other edible parts of a plant.
Makes sense when I do.
Yes.
That this is growing, you don't grow.
They coming from no flower or anything.
Potato.
Any edible part of a plant, it's a vegetable.
So mint is a vegetable.
Pardon? Yes, that's not a fruit.
Rosemary.
So all our celery, our cassava. Has cassava is all part of the plant? Okay. And then the celery is all part of the plant? The stem. We have onion and garlic. Those are called bulbs. Those are vegetables. So we know the difference between vegetables, and fruits, right? Everybody understand?
Yes, miss.
Good. So to close off our lesson, I am going to ask you to share at least one thing you learned today. One thing. You learned about the fruits. Any other person?
Miss, I learned three big questions from different parts of the fruit. I learned there are three different types of fruits.
Okay. And the three different types of fruits are?
Simple, aggregate, and multiple.
Good. So now when we're identifying our fruits, we can notice, oh, this is a simple fruit, this is a multiple fruit, this is an aggregate fruit. Or when tonight is our mango and she dash away the seed or the skin, we know that she dash away which part of the fruit?
Endocarp.
The endocarp and the outer part is called the